We got some signs of browse right here by the road. That's good. So, I was going to go hunt a spot that I found while I was fall turkey hunting. I pulled up to the gate and there was 2 people already parked there, which is fine. I've got backup. Actually, I've never been in this spot. But side note about parking at a gate. I know a lot of y'all watching hunt public land, and when you park at the gate, be sure to park off to the side and not block the gate. So there were 2 vehicles backed in, completely blocking the gate. So if somebody got hurt back there, they couldn't get an ambulance back there to save you because there was no way around these 2 trucks. So just something to think about. I got scolded for that years ago because I parked at a gate one morning. But I was driving down the road thinking of where else I was going to go. I was going to go to a spot that I'm familiar with. And I looked out the window and saw this little patch of hardwoods. And I remember driving by it in the past. And I thought it looked good. And look at it. It's a bunch of sawbriar and stuff. And looking on Onyx, it goes back into some cedar thicket, some nasty stuff. So there's probably deer bedded back there. Got a good wind. Downwind side is a big green field. And I'm trying to find some acorns in here to set up on. These red oaks along the field edge are not hardly dropping anything. We're getting close to the thick stuff here. We're going to follow the edge of it, look for trails, and there's some more red oaks up there I want to check. There's a couple acorns on the ground right here. There was more acorns on the ground right by the truck, and there was fresh turkey scratch. Deer might very well be coming through there right by the road. We may end up making a loop right back that way. Okay, the road is that way. We got oaks. And then we got this thick sawbriar stuff and some deer trails here where it's a little bit less thick. And more red oaks that way, but I'm not going to check them. We're going to climb right up in here somewhere. All the thick bedding cover is back that way. Wind is in our face. So let's pick a tree. And we got to be careful. There's some dead ash trees here that might blow down. Like that one. I got to keep pushing back towards the bedding. Because the spot I was going to climb right in here, dead standing ash trees everywhere. Nothing good to climb. Oh, we're just pushing into more red oaks. Just trying to stay on a deer trail. And pick a tree somewhere between here and the thick stuff. Those are bad. There's no weight to it. Probably got worms. There's a bunch of acorns on the ground here. And that's just from this one tree. We got more. Regardless, I think this is a place that deer come through. I don't know. These feel kind of light. You crack one open. Yep, that acorn's rotten. I'm sure there's some good ones in here. This tree dumped a bunch. Alright, y'all. This tree is the tree for me. Meet, 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 meet. That happened fast. They just come in out of nowhere. I heard them coming. Very crunchy. It was a big doe, a young doe, a button buck, and a doe fawn. The young doe could have also been a button. I didn't get a good look. But that big doe crashed right over here. Can't see her, but I could hear her kicking. And the doe fawn went broadside. I've been wanting at least one fawn this year for the steaks, for myself. And then the doe, I want to donate. I want to donate the doe so I can get my second of the year for Hunters for the Hungry. But I wanted that fawn because if you haven't had fawn backstrap, you're missing out. But I want to make sure it was a doe fawn. The one on the left was a doe fawn, the one on the right was a button buck. And then the third one, I don't know. Or fourth one, whatever. I think I hit that fawn a little bit back. I'm going to review the footage. But I shot it with a big blue swagger, 2.5 inch cut, so I don't think it went far. That's a big broadhead on a little deer. There's barely any blood on the arrow. Buried it up, of course. Bent the blades, or bent one of them on the mega meat. Great broadheads, not very tough. We're gonna go find this doe, which I think, oh, I see her belly. She's right over there. Okay, the other one looks like it's about 15, 16 yards. We'll step it off from the tree. 1, 2, yeah, about 15 yards. There's some blood on the arrow. It was not the greatest hit, but I think she's dead. I'm gonna stick it here for reference, and we're gonna go track. The shot was high on this deer, so I don't expect a lot of blood at the impact, so I'm kind of zigzagging across deer trails, trying to pick up blood. I haven't found blood yet, but I found the deer. Oh wow, it's like a rabbit. Yeah, that Swacker did a number on that one. This one's going to be extra tender. Sorry to those of y'all who don't like seeing a fawn get shot, but at the end of the day, a doe is a doe, and we're out here doing some doe killing, doe management, whatever you want to call it. And this little baby doe is going to be the most tender backstrap and tenderloins. The whole deer is going to be extremely tender. That might, I don't know, that might be the smallest one I've ever shot. She ran about, I can see the arrow, the lighted knock lighting up. She ran about 50 yards. maybe 60 tops. I shot this one with the Swacker 2.5 inch cut Levi Morgan, the blue one, 125 grain. I shot the first doe with G5 Mega Meat 125. And we're back at the tree. Let's go get this other doe. Blades look perfect on this one. There's a big mama deer. Oh boy. We got a stomach exit. She was right under the tree, like y'all saw, like 3 yards from the tree. I can see the truck through the brush. Close to the road, easy hunt, easy drag. We got a gutting job to do though. Gotta try to keep the insides clean. If we nick the stomach, we gotta be careful with that. But yeah, that's two does down. One average sized doe and one very little one. That's got to go down as the smallest deer I've ever shot. We'll make good use of her though.